Morning, folks. Welcome to the Joey Show. I'm Joey Avery. You know, this is a very special, fantastic episode that we have for you today because what I want to do today is give you one piece of information that you are not getting from any other podcast. Yes, it's easy. You can go online right now. You can listen to some guy tell you what sort of CrossFit you need to do, what you should be eating, what peptide to inject inside of your anus, why you need to grind harder, why you need to step it up, why you need to level up. Anyone can tell you this. All sorts of people are. Not enough people are giving you the advice you are getting from this podcast today, which is actually, I'm gonna tell you, you gotta stop. It's so important to stop. Now, what I mean here, there's a lot of different ways you could take this. Oh, stop. That means, I need to slow down, maybe check in, maybe start moving with intention. Maybe I should wake up. Maybe he's going to teach me how to do breath work and what sort of overnight oats to make. No, I'm actually not going to do that. What I am telling you, you need to do, I need to do, we all need to do is fucking retire. We've got to retire. We need to chill out, okay? I have been experiencing what is basically, it's Tuesday right now, okay? I slept in, I golfed, I got some light day drinking going, and I'm sitting in a field right now, and I'm watching all these motherfuckers, all these old rich motherfuckers who have figured it out and have retired, and I'm telling you, we gotta figure out how to retire. Dude, we must. It is so important. It's great. I don't understand why other people aren't doing this. Now, I don't mean like, because, of course, you should be rich and you should be able to go. Yeah, no, I understand it's hard to acquire resources. What I want to know is why these old motherfuckers aren't retiring, some of them. What is Donald Trump doing? What is he doing? What is Jeff Bezos doing? Why? Why are you building rockets, dude? Day drink with your friends, calm down, look at a lake, wonder what it means. Oh, maybe that's not enough. Well, what are you running from, Jeff? Some of these motherfuckers have beat the game. What is Trump doing, honestly? I guess he's kind of retired while he's the president. He's golfed more than anyone else. But I'm telling you, this is my life hack of 2026. Retire. Just stop. Stop doing. I'm a work hard guy. I always tell my friends, especially people in comedy, I'm like, dude, the world is yours. You can go out there. You can make whatever you want. Okay, yeah, obviously the internet age has its problems and it's kind of depressing sometimes, but there's also a lot of freedom that comes with it. There's creativity. You can do whatever you want. So wake up in the morning, grab the bull by the horns, get out there, fucking grind. But I think maybe don't. That's highly possible that actually no. Now, depending on what you want, the thing is, I don't want to retire I want an old, rich retirement. What's Billy Idol? Nice day for a white wedding. Yeah, it's a nice day for a white retirement. Old, white retirement, but not being racist about it. I'm just saying, some of the people who got to the money first have figured out what to do when you get it, and the answer is actually fucking chill, dude. It is. Now, it's not sustainable, okay? Most people listening to this, I'm working right now. I have to work, okay? I'm not saying that I can do this. I'm just saying that if you could, that's the vibe. Just rolling out of bed, waking up, 10:15, 11 a.m., going, what should I make? And then stress out about that. Take all the stress that you would have put into a job or conquering the world or something that matters, and then put that same stress into are we having pie or not? And take it out on your family. And be like, well, I thought, okay, so someone's like, I'm not eating sugar. Okay, so now you hate me? And you hate my pie? I didn't realize you hated my fucking pie. Because the funny thing is, the people who have figured out, who have retired, who've lived the last 3 days that I've lived for years, also miserable. So what is that? Not all of them. I actually know some people up here who are like, they're good. They're like, yeah, no, I go for like a paddle board, and I wonder what colors I should retile my bathroom with. I just wonder if I was gonna retile my bathroom, should I go with like a Sicilian vibe or like Spain? You just travel the world and you stay nice places, and then you transform tiny rooms of your large second home into places that you've been, so that you can feel like you identify with them. It's basically it's like the homeowner's equivalent of a tattoo. This is the life we all should have. We've got to find a way to retire. That's my advice. And what is wrong with the people who can't quite figure, like, I know it's like, yeah, you work and you identify with your work and you're like, I'm Mark Zuckerberg, I'm a fucking nerd, and the only thing that's ever made me cool. Oh God, is this wind ruining my lavalier? I don't have my good mic today, folks. I don't have my good mic, all right? I fucked it up, but you know what? Who gives a fuck? Because why am I working right now? I should retire. It is an identity thing, right? People who have a lot, they're like, right, but I want to be known as the guy. I'm Mark Zuckerberg. Finally, people respect me. I was always a nerd, but now they have to respect me because I've gained power and money. And I do jiu-jitsu now. Don't do jiu-jitsu. Retire. Right? I don't know how we're going to do it. I mean, isn't this like, this is the problem, is this is the promise of shit like AI. Like the promise of it is like, oh, hey, there's all this shit you don't want to do. Here, we're going to help you not have to do it. Look, AI will do it for you. And some people are going to figure this out. There are people in different like niches of the corporate world that are going to figure out, I can get AI to do my job right before my boss figures out that AI is doing my job. So some people will be able to basically like get paid while living a retirement. That's what you want. That's the promise of it. But that's not what's really going to happen. Every time we get new technology, it just makes people work harder. It just means you can never get away from it. Oh, okay, great. You can work from wherever you want, which means I'm your boss. I can call you whenever I want. Why aren't you available? Talk to daddy. Don't. Shut up. Who cares? I'm retiring. Maybe don't work harder. I think that might be, there's a work, like, again, I have goals, I have dreams, I'm sure you do too, and I want to encourage you to go out and live them, but also, what if we didn't? What if we didn't? And then what happens? What happens? Then you become Europe, dude. Then we become Europe. Well, maybe that's not such a bad vibe considering we just got our shit pushed in by the fucking Belgians. Goddamn chocolate making waffle fucks absolutely put our dicks in the dirt in our own stadium. The loudest stadium we have, we looked like fucking idiots. Our goalie kicking the ground like an imbecile. What the fuck was that, America? What the fuck was that? So much discourse surrounding Team USA. And I want to say this because it's America's 250th birthday, and there are a lot of things I love about this country. I love living here, dude. I always identify with where I'm from. This is my fucking country, dude. And we're the greatest nation in the world. That's right. Does that mean we're the best at everything? No, that's a trap people fall into. Because the people who have been the least places and know the least about the world are the most certain to tell you, dude, America's the fucking best one. But then there's people who also don't know fucking shit that are like, America's the fucking worst one. And it's like, you're an idiot. Get off the internet. Not everything's politics. Review the world in full. But we have trouble right now sometimes celebrating America because of the things that are happening in this country. The very celebration of America's 250th birthday was taken over by Trump. They set up shell corporations. There was wire fraud, all sorts of things. Money that was supposed to go to things. There was supposed to be the Smithsonian was going to put on the greatest festival ever. They had huge names lined up. It was supposed to be about America, and it was supposed to be one of those moments where we go, hey, let's set aside what we fight about and who you voted for and all this, and let's say as one in this moment, almost like as if we just got 9/11, let's hold hands and be like, fucking America, dude, yeah. And that was all going to happen, and the reason it didn't is because Trump has to put his name on things even though it makes those things automatically worse. And so he ruined the whole party for everybody through a much shittier party, and then also took money from people who wanted to support other things, and then no artist really wanted to do it because he was turning it into a shit show, because that's what Papa does. But he'll never even self-reflect on that, because in addition to being a narcissist, he's surrounded himself with people who only guzzle his cum, okay? And he also did that a little bit to the United States men's soccer team, because then people are like, oh my God, it's corruption. And it brings up the concept of corruption, which is what's happening at a very, very high level in this country right now. Well, it always has. Well, it always has a bit, but statistically, it's never been nearly as much as this. He's become a billionaire based off of crypto. Here's the point and why I'm speeding through this. When all that shit's happening, it's fair to know that it's going on, but that doesn't get to be America. He doesn't get to claim the men's soccer team until after we got beat by Belgium, in which case he can have them. No offense, love you guys, you did great. You can't let the people who are ruining the country ruin the country for you, because then you give them the country and the country does become that. You see what I'm saying? You can say, hey, there are these real issues with the country, blah, 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 but it's my fucking country. It still is the greatest country, and we have a chance to make it even greater by kicking out the fucking idiots who ruin everything the second they touch it. So yeah, happy fucking 4th of July, America. I know we're not perfect, but we don't have to say that every time. Go outside and eat some fucking pie and slam a hot, throw a glizzy down your throat, you fucking whore. And I don't even like hot dogs. I'm a burgerman. I like burgers because they're better than hot dogs. Yeah, I said it. It's my holiday too. Happy fucking 4th of July, bitch. You can't let people take your shit from you, dude. You can't. You got to enjoy it. You got to make it yours. And above all, you gotta fucking retire, dude. We need to find it. Can summer last forever? No, I'm asking. Can summer last forever? I was just sitting out at the lake getting sunburned. Sunburning my fat body because I've been having some drinks during the day because I decided I don't care for a few days. Yeah, I like waking up and working out and building my dreams and all that. But you know what I also like? Not doing that, taking a break. And summer is the time to do that. You may be carrying a little bit of extra weight because you had some drinks and you had some food and you said, ooh, macaroni salad, look at that. Let's put fucking mayonnaise on pasta and make it cold. And fine, I'll fucking eat it anyway. And then you go out, you sit by the lake and you go, oh, did I wear sunscreen today? Oh, I kind of forgot. And then people are like, oh my God, you're turning red. Oh, I'm burning. And you are burning. But then you go back and you put lotion on it and you actually get tanner and you actually somehow look better. Because that little bit of extra weight, it's you being jolly. And a little bit extra color, it proves you've been enjoying yourself, and it all feels so good. It's romantic. I think about the past out here. Think about pulling up to a lake, seeing a girl, being like, damn, I have a crush on her. And then just looking at her from a distance for an entire family vacation and never, ever talking to her. But thinking about her, thinking about writing letters in my head before bed because it's summer. And because I'm tan and she's tan and I have a crush, but I'm too much of a pussy to do anything about it. But I get nostalgic about it because guess what? That's life, dude. That's fucking life. AI can't do that. ChatGPT can't do that, dude. ChatGPT never gone to bed having a crush. ChatGPT don't know shit about that. ChatGPT don't know about that family friend who maybe showed you a tit one time after the lake and you were like, dude, tan lines are crazy. And that meant the world to you. ChatGPT never gonna know that, dude. So AI, okay, everyone's worried about it because it's gonna create billionaires and billionaires are gonna enslave us. Dude, no, you have to enslave the machines. Make them yours. Figure out how they can run your life for you so that you can retire. And we can all play golf. Except for the people, and let's be honest about this, there are problems with with systems, right? You know, because we can't all play golf. Someone's got to someone's going to have to rake the. So, you know, I want everyone to do well, but I will say if I want to retire, some of you are going to have to keep working. But you look out for your own, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is America. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is America on its 250th birthday. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I don't like Trump's corruption, and I don't like how he shoves himself in the middle of anything, and I don't think that him saying he overturned the call helped the team. When he got our striker back on the field, I was like, I do like that. I do like it. I liked it a little bit. I liked it a bit. Because sometimes a little bit of rule breaking and a little bit of corruption, when it's for your team, you kind of like it a little bit. But you have to be careful. Because what you don't realize is the short-sightedness of these decisions and how your actions have reactions and consequences. They can be a galvanizing force for the opposition. So while I look at all the corruption that's going on in this country today and the billions of dollars that his children are getting based off of government contracts, levels we've never seen before, and all this, and it's very depressing, but I'm telling you, dude, this shit, what goes around comes around. The motherfuckers will not always win the day, and I know it feels like that, and I know it feels like it, and people were having a little bit of trouble with it this 4th of July, but I'm telling you, the good guys can win. Because there are many stories in this country in which they have. And one of those stories is going to be when I get insanely rich and retire soon, and I vibe. Because here's the thing, I'm one of the best in the world at doing it. Everyone knows I'm a locker room guy. I am. I'm a good time. I'm a fun guy. You want me at your thing. You want me at your thing. I'm a value add. I pull up to the function and I add motion. It just is what it is. I'm one of those people. Invite me to the thing. You'll be happy I was there. I'm the straw that stirs the drink. And I think I should be stirring a lot more drinks earlier in the day, folks. I'm just kidding. We'll be back to our normal pod schedule soon when I'm back to my normal hovel slaving away over a hot computer in New York City, making my dreams. But I do, folks. I do enjoy it. I love what I do. Hey, love what you do and you'll never work a day in your life, and then it's as if you did get to retire. And how about that? It's kind of beautiful. I am honestly quite lucky, dude. My entire life I spent being like, if I could just get paid to do comedy and to do podcasts enough that I wouldn't have to have a day job and I wouldn't have to be checking in with some boss when I was up in Tahoe. And lo and behold, folks, I did do that today, didn't I? Because I golfed, I went to the lake, and now I am doing my job and I'm podcasting for you. And it is, folks, and I want to say this sincerely, the easiest job on the planet. If I ever actually make money from this, I will be truly shocked. And I want to, what I want to do is start putting a lot less effort in. A lot less effort. And I know that sounds, now this is not me saying like to the audience that quality doesn't matter. Again, I taped a full episode last week. I didn't even put it out because I listened back and I said, that's fucking boring. Fuck you. And I don't want to take your time. I'd rather not put out an episode. However, I do think sometimes, and I've been thinking about this myself, and maybe this will be interesting advice to you. I am all about waking up and working hard because that's what I can control and because it's my life, right? Like I want to work hard, I want it to work, but there is something about working, putting in effort, but not forcing it. Having a little bit of flow to you. Okay, maybe I'm not, not trying to be the smartest guy in the room, but trying to be the realest guy in the room. Does that make sense to you? Staying within yourself, because from that flows what maybe is a little bit more authentic. and a little bit more fun and a little bit less try hard, and people gravitate to that. Because there's all these people online that are telling you, here's what you have to do, and here's how you have to do it, and you're gonna work hard. I wake up fucking, dude, I wake up at midnight. I wake up at midnight. So that way, I'm the first one to wake up in the day. I wake up at midnight. And I run 900 miles. And if you want to save yourself from being the dark little piggy piece of dog shit that you are, you should wake up at midnight too. And it's like, okay, that's an internet guy. But what if people always liked in the past? A fucking star, dude. Sinatra wandering in. Just, hey, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo, coming in, smoking a cigar, having a martini, dude, having his own drink, hanging out with the boys, chilling, fucking ladies, making love to them, see? I'll take off my hat, but I'm not going to wear a condom, see? Back in the day, shit. Be cool. That's what I'm saying, dude. Be cool. Flow, all right? Vibe. It's very important. Okay, and it's nice, and it also allows you to not grind as hard, which allows you to what? Retire sooner, folks. These are brilliant concepts. I assure you of that. The episode that I did that I ended up shelving was, it was about how to kind of escape the sense of doom that I think the internet leaves behind, because I was online a lot, and the last episode I actually did put out was about the untimely, horrible, tragic passing of Oliver Tree, and I posted like a clip about it that was so non-controversial. It was like him talking about how, there's never been an easier time to create, and you can do it without a budget, and you don't have to wait for a studio, and like you can just go out and do it yourself because life is precious. It's not guaranteed. It could all go away. So create today. It was such a nice idea. And the comment section was full of absolute pieces of fucking shit. It was, because some people were like, well, actually, he already had a hit song, so he was like rich, so like obviously he can like go and like do whatever, and like, yeah, this advice works if you're like already famous or whatever. And then other people being like, well, actually, like he fucking was killed by his label, and it was just like this whole thing where it was like, dude, can we not meet a moment of genuineness, of a person showing you a little tiny beautiful piece of their soul and encouraging you how to push forward a piece of yours without a army of fucking dipshits coming over the top of Keyboard Mountain and sharing their horrible negativity with the world. And it's just that type of thing that I think people feel this like compounding, oh, I see this horrible story, and this is about politics, and this is about business, and this is going bad, and then I also see these negative comments, and like everyone's and the internet just feels like so much, and you're just like, nyeh. And to me, I thought the antidote to that was to actually listen to the advice in the clip that some people couldn't see. Because really, what your world is going to be are the things that you choose to tap into. And we are in a time when you can tap into fucking anything. You can get lost in a hole of it, you can let it swallow you, and it can become your entire way of viewing the world, and you could miss a beautiful world that is happening all around you. Wake up one day while you're old and be like, how the fuck did that happen? And the advice that was helpful came from the man himself. Do things yourself, be free. There are the tools now that you can create there's more types of lives you can live, and they're hard to pull off, okay? Like, I don't feel successful. I don't feel like I've made it because of what I want to do, but in terms of what my initial goal was, to be free of working for someone else and just get paid for my talent and get to tour the country all the time, I have, and it's just been through creating and having fun and doing things and believing that things are possible instead of believing all the fucking negative voices online telling you that they're not. And that doesn't mean that you're a fucking comedian, doesn't mean you're a painter, you're an artist, because I'm gonna tell you a secret. You might think you wanna do that and you might suck shit, bitch. And that's okay, it's fine. Find something else. You better cook. You better find a way to cook. You better find a way to make that pasta al dente, bitch, because you can't sing. That's what I realized, dude. When I was in college, I was like, maybe I'll be a producer. I bought like a fucking keyboard. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how to fucking do it. But I found my thing by experimenting, by working hard, and by retiring and giving up the moment the going got tough. But no, the real world is there. The real world is beautiful. It's your duty to step into it from time to time once you've served your time doing whatever the fuck you got to do with the internet. And then you have the chance to log off, and that's okay, and it's beautiful. And it's a choice, but the choice is yours, and you are responsible for your own happiness, and you are responsible for your own life, and you can't let all the fuckery going on in the world take that away from you, because then you'll have given it away for no goddamn reason at all to people who don't give a fuck at all either. So don't let that happen. Get out in the real world, have real beautiful experiences. Dude, I was in Cleveland. Beautiful this time of year. Everyone loves Cleveland. They don't. Doesn't matter. The point is, it was like a little make lemons out of lemonade moment. I was there with Mark Small's hilarious comedian. Give him a follow. He's the homie, and we had a really great time out there in Cleveland. And we went to a concert because my show started Friday, and Post Malone was playing, and I know some people on Jelly Roll's team, so they gave us tickets. So we went out, and Jelly was playing them, and we went and saw the concert. Now, earlier that day, I'd seen something online. It was about like Jelly Roll's breakup and all this drama, and everyone in the comments is like, "Fuck this guy," and everything I've learned about him is against my will. And it was just the whole internet thing where you're like, "Oh man, I wonder if things are going well." And then you go to a show and he's performing in a fucking packed football stadium, and you're like, what is real? But I'll tell you what was real. My friend Mark and I had a lovely time, and we, I'll say it, we had a couple tall boys. We did. It was nice. And we had some tall boys, and oh yeah, I'm retired. I can do it. We had some tall boys there, and we went back to the hotel, and we just had a real nice moment. We got back to the hotel, we'd had some drinks, we'd had some cigs. I'm not really a cig guy. Obviously, these things are all poison, eat quinoa, whatever, but we had some cigs. We smoked a blunt. We smoked a little blunt too. So we're having a nice time, and we get back to the hotel, and it's kind of like this famous hotel. It was like apparently the first mall or something. It's like a Rockefeller or some shit. And we get back to the hotel, and we decide to just lie on the floor, dude. And we're just looking up. We're just looking up at the hotel like, God damn, that ceiling goes crazy, And it sounds like we were on peyote. We were not, dude. And we were just going, damn, that fucking ceiling goes crazy. And then a couple dudes came to the top of the stairs, like a little terrace there, and they were like, "Hey, what you boys doing down there?" And we're like, "Bro, we're lying on the floor." And they're like, "Can we come through?" And so they came down. And so then the four of us were just vibing on the floor, having a great time, sitting there a little fucked up, chit-chatting, talking about life. And this girl's like, "Can my girl come through?" We're like, "Absolutely, bring your girl." So his girlfriend comes. It's a whole family affair. We're just sitting on the floor in the middle of a hotel. Some security guard came up. He was trying to... I think he wanted us to go to our rooms, but he didn't have the social confidence to pull it off. So he just kind of came up and stammered and was like, "Oh, but are you staying here?" "Yep." "Okay, well, if you're not quiet, then people will not be pleased." "Okay, yeah, we'll be quiet." "Okay." And then he just fucked off. And then we just kept vibing down there. They came out to the shows the next night in Cleveland. We went out and got a drink after and had a really nice time. And the point of it is, the whole time I'm leading up to Cleveland, I'm looking at my ticket sales, how we doing on this, I got to send emails, I got to do this, I got to do that. One sneaky, interesting way to promote, you lie on the floor of your hotel, torched, and you let people come, and you create a unique moment. And we had a great moment. The best bar in Cleveland that night, floor of the hotel. Turns out the following night, Floor of the hotel was a wedding venue, expensive wedding venue, nice wedding venue. How do I know this? Well, there was a wedding, and on my way to the show, the groom stopped me and was like, dude, I saw you in the elevator yesterday. I'm a huge fan. I've listened to you on the Yak Barstool. What are you doing here? And I was like, we've got shows. And he's like, well, when you're done with the shows, come to the wedding. So we were like, this is the hottest bar in Cleveland, is Floor of Hotel. And you're not going to find that on Google. You're not going to find it on Google reviews. You find it by being a culture setter, by being a tone setter, and by saying, the party comes to me. Why? Because I'm him. And you are him or her or whatever the fuck you want to be. But you are that when you are being that version of you. And you can never let what people are saying online or what online tells you to do, or none of it fucking matters, dude. None of it matters. We're all gonna die. And weirdly, that's good news. So do whatever the fuck you want to do and be whoever the fuck you want to be, starting now, starting today. And I want to be retired. This is the year of vibing. Grinding harder? No. The year of grinding harder? No. The year of vibing harder? Yes. Yes. Vibing can include good work, but make sure you're vibing with the stuff you're doing, folks. This podcast was a perfect line between stupid and fucking brilliant. If a reggae song was a podcast, you just listen to it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Live from Lake Tahoe. The greatest advice you will ever get on a podcast from me, Joey Avery. Happy 250th birthday, America. We'll just do our housekeeping at the end. Please come out and see me on tour, joeyavery.com/live. I got Chicago this weekend. I got San Francisco and Sacramento the following weekend. San Francisco's going to sell out. Sacramento is going to sell out. Chicago downtown did sell out. Rosemont, still some tickets for that weekend. We got Boston after that. We've just added to tour. LA just got put up. Milwaukee just got put up. Atlanta just got put up, and that's adding to the many fucking others. Detroit, NOLA, Tempe, San Diego, everywhere. Literally, I'm going everywhere. Come be with me there. And check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Joey Avery. I'm going to pop over there right now. We're going to kick it with the patrons for a little bit. But thank you very much for listening to The Joey Show. I apologize for missing a week. But let me tell you, I'm going to try to do it week over week, but I might not. Okay, until this thing is like popping and I have to do it, there are times sometimes where I'm doing other things. And this show, I will keep it fun so that I can keep it alive and so that I can allow myself to retire and be in a constant flow state while drinking a high noon in the afternoon. Fun announcement that nobody knows yet, although I will be announcing it when I go on the Barstool podcast, the Yak, on Friday. But I am dropping a crowd work special. When I went and filmed my stand-up special, we had 5 shows of the Punchline, but we were filming 4 of them. We were filming Friday and Saturday, and after we'd finished 3 shows, I wasn't sure. I was like, should I film a 4th so that we have extra coverage? What if that's the show we like the most? But I was looking around at everybody, and they were like, honestly, between the 3 shows you have, it feels like you kind of did it. So, like, should we have some fun right now? So I was like, all right, fuck it. So I had like a black shirt underneath the main shirt, so I took off the top that I was wearing. So I was like, it could look a little bit different. We have all the special cameras in here for the last show. Why don't I just fucking take a shot, rip a beer, get on the mic and announce to the crowd, hey, we're not doing the special tonight. We're going to do something fully live. You're going to see something that I've never said any of this before. And we did a whole show where I didn't do one joke, and it was just all crowd work, interaction, and then I had some bucket pulls. I let the audience throw in a couple things and like riffed on their things, and we filmed an hour and change, and then trimmed it down for time so it's actually entertaining for you guys. And I think it's around 30 minutes or so fully improvised off the top, and kind of a companion piece to the special. Like, again, like I want you guys to watch the full special. If you haven't, it's live in San Francisco. What I'm dropping this weekend is even liver in San Francisco, and it was the fun kind of off the rails crazy show we did after we thought we had the special done. So fun thing, give it a watch, give it a share, please, please, please. But just excited, you know, it's going to be a year of putting out more stuff, and this is a big part of it. So give it a watch. Love you guys as always. See you next week. Peace. Thank God